Alright, we are on to part C of the titration curve. And by the way, this is slide 64. I'll bring it down so you can see it. There you go. And then it's the same titration, so we're going to have the same flask, but we're going to fill it with fresh 40 ml of the acid, which is 0.500 molar, okay, weak acid. Now from the top, through the burette, we are adding 0.500 molar sodium hydroxide. Now this is at the equivalence point, and we talked about this also when we did the strong acid, strong base titration. If it's at the equivalence point, and if you have equal molarities of the acid and the base, it doesn't matter if it's strong acid or strong base. If you have equal molarities, I'm going to put them values down here. And remember, and we know that the volume of the weak acid is 40 ml. So the number of moles is, let me look at my previous sheet, that was 0.02. Hope you're ready with all the values. I asked you to fill it up. So if it's at the equivalence point, what does that mean? The number of moles of acid equals the number of moles of base. Doesn't matter if it's strong acid or weak acid. That's what the equivalence point means. So according to that definition, this is also 0.0200 moles. Now you are going to then determine what the volume of sodium hydroxide is. Most of you know what it is, okay? Please think about it and put down a value there. Limiting reagent, since those two are the same, each is limiting the reagent, the reaction. Okay. Now here's where the difference comes. Look at how you did the table for the strong acid, strong base. Always compare. And remember I said that I'm only looking at the concentration of the conjugate base, so I am making these many moles. In water, we're not going to be concerned with it, so I'm going to draw a line. Moles remaining here, of course, you do not have any of the original acid or the base, but you have the conjugate base in the solution. And the new volume, you need to add the two numbers together. So this is 0.800 liters, 0.08. So this is 0.0800 liters. So you have 80 ml of the total volume. And the new molarity, it's moles over liter. So this is zero because you do not have any moles. Here though, you have 0.0200 moles and 0.0800 liters. So what is the new concentration of the formate? So, did y'all get a number already? Let's see what I should have here, 0.02 divided by 0.08. I get 0.25 molar. Okay, see, the initial concentration of the acid is 0.500 molar. Now you have the same amount of the formate, but the volume has doubled, so you have half the concentration. But this is of the conjugate base. Now we are not done. Okay, so you have CHO2 plus water. Okay, that's the acid dissociating to give the conjugate base. Okay, so this was the original ice table. Okay. Now the initial concentration here is 0, and the initial concentration though is 0.250 molar. Okay. So since you have a considerable concentration of the sodium formate, you're going to draw a new ice table where this formate is going to react with water, conjugate base of a weak acid. Okay, conjugate base of a weak acid. This is going to produce this. And what's the other product? OH minus. So this is a basic salt. Okay, that is a basic salt. So you ignore this, okay, and you're going to look at the reaction of this conjugate base, the formate, with water. It is still going to form a little bit of the undissociated acid, but when it turns around, it's going to give OH minus. Remember our analysis of the salt. I'm going to write it on the side. NaCHO2. This is coming from a strong base. This is coming from a weak acid. Remember that? This will not react. But this will react with water. So that's what we are seeing here as this equation. Okay. So now we just left at that. Remember on the test when I said write the equation? You were supposed to write an equation like that, and you said it produces a basic solution. Now we are going to actually calculate the pH of that solution. So you may want to rewind and think about this step. Okay, what are we doing here when the solution has reached its equivalence point? You do not have any of the original weak acid or the strong base present, but the conjugate base is a basic salt, and therefore it's going to produce a basic solution. Now the concentration here is 0.250 molar. Ignore water. 0, 0. Remember, this is 0. So This is 0. Initially that is 0 minus x plus x plus x. Just a second. To shut off the noise. So now this is 0.250 minus x and x. Now this is a base. Okay, it's a basic salt, which means it's a base. It's like a base. And it's giving OH minus ions. So the question is, how will you write the expression, equilibrium constant expression for this equation? I said this is a base. So you would say Kb HCHO2. So you need to know automatically if you have a conjugate base, which is treated like a base, and if you're producing OH minus ions in solution, then you write the expression for Kb. Next, I cannot use Henderson-Hasselbalch here because I have an x and an x. I have two variables. I can use the Henderson-Hasselbalch only when I have one x. So Kb, we got to find out how we're going to get Kb. But in terms of x, this is x multiplied by x divided by 0.250 minus x. How will you find Kb? I'm hearing some answers, right? Now the acid is H. I'm going to use another sheet of paper here, so have enough paper with you, or for me a notebook. So the acid so this is Ka, this is Kb. Now you know the equation, Ka multiplied by Kb is Kw. So we know Ka, it's given in the problem. It's 1.8 times 10 to the negative 4. You can find Kb. Kw is 1.0 times 10 to the negative 14. So Kb is okay. So you should be able to find Kb. Now Kb is 5.6 times 10 to the negative 11. So remember the previous page, I did not know what Kb was, but I was able to calculate it with the value for Ka, x squared. And remember, you can ignore the x for the Kb expression or Ka expression, since they said x is going to be less than 5%. And so x squared divided by 0.250. I want you to find x. And remember, that gives you OH minus. And the pH is 8.57. Remember, this gives you OH minus. So do the calculation, find x, and then get pH. The answer should be 8.57. Okay. I'm going to pause here, otherwise it gets to be a very long video.